Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jordan here. I'm just going to try to make this as short, sweet, and to the point as humanly possible here on how to operate, publish content, and edit our website. So, you probably already know the domain is golfhgm.com. That's golfhgm.com. What you're going to do to actually go to your login page, I'm going to create you a username and password that'll be sent to you via email. And you're going to plug that username and password in here. This is the administrative one that I use here. You're going to go to golfhgm.com/wp-login. And I just want to double check this because I know a WP-admin works as well. It's actually WP-admin. So it's golfhgm.com/WP-admin. And then when you hit that page, it's going to take you to this right here, this login. So golfhgm.com/WP-admin. And then go ahead and just bookmark that on your computer so you know how to get to that login page. Then if you want, you can just check this Remember Me. So when you log in, it'll remember you. So what's going to happen is you're going to log in with your username and password, and you're going to come to our dashboard. So there's a lot going on in here. And a lot of these are plugins and different settings that you're not going to want to mess with. Don't mess with them at all. I'm going to show you how to publish a blog post and also how to edit the pages so you can update the tournament schedules on the events page. We'll go ahead and just pull the website up here too, and I'll show you another little trick once you're logged in. So once you're actually logged in, you'll see this black bar across the top where you can actually click, and I can go to each page on the website and click Edit Page. So you can simply go to like events, tournaments, and then like here, if we want to go ahead and add like an event to our tournament schedule, or create even a page here for a tournament schedule, but like events, tournaments. This is just, I don't know, a form that's here that really doesn't even need to be, and we just kind of got some generic text or copy in here. What I'll go ahead and do is just create a tournament schedule. So we got league results, upcoming events is really where it should be. So here's our event calendar. So what I can do is, you see, once you're actually logged into the back end, you'll see this black bar where you can click here and go Edit Page, or down here at the bottom of the page, you can click Edit. Either one of those will take you right to that exact page. And then you can see right in here, over here in the left-hand column, you've got pages, and then this is our upcoming events page. So this is just, it's what they call a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. Pretty straightforward here. I can just add copy. So I'm just going to put Wolves Crossing tournament schedule. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to highlight that copy, and like here I can select a couple of different things: font color, underline, the paragraph style. So I'm going to make this a heading 2, so it's a little bit bigger and kind of stands out more than just a paragraph text. You can also add media there. So for example, if I wanted to add a picture for a tournament, it's going to take me to the media page. So here's a bunch of pictures and content that's already been uploaded, or I can just simply click on Upload Files. And then if I click Select Files, I can upload it right from my computer. I'm on a Mac here, so it's going to look a little different from you if you're on a PC, but you can simply pick the images and then select files and just upload them right to our server and then insert them right into the page. I'm going to show you how to edit them real quick too. So let's just say I'm in my media library, so these are pictures that are already uploaded. I'm just going to choose this picture of the logo. See, it just dropped that picture in there. So now if I click on it, I can click on this little image icon here. And when I do that, it'll let me adjust the size of it, so I can make it smaller. I can't make it any bigger because it only lets you make the image as big as it is, but I can make it smaller. I can also add a title, a caption to it. I can figure out like where I want it, if I want it centered left. Really the best way that you're going to figure this out is just to get in here. If I want to delete it, it's just the red button. Is to get in here and just kind of fool around with this yourself. So say you've made some adjustments to it. You've added a listing of tournaments and dates here. If I just click this update blue button on the right-hand side over here, click update. And then what I can simply do is, once this gets done reloading, I can go to view page. So I click on the view page button at the top, and then here you'll see that Wolves Crossing tournament schedule has been added to this page, and it's in a little bit bigger font. Now I can just start listing tournaments or events here. Same for Woodlands. Just so we have a listing of all of them. I think it makes a lot of sense to put, the date, the format, the name of the tournament, contact information if that's us or if they're signing up for another tournament. But to fill this out with all of our tournaments in order from when they are, and then just deleting them off once they went by too. So that's a pretty easy way that you can go in and make that update to the website. For blog posts, if we go back to the dashboard, or you can click back here on the main Woodlands Golf Club, this will take you back to the dashboard. This is like pretty much where everything is at in here. And like I said, there's a lot of settings that you're not going to want to mess with at all. But really the only thing you're going to be interested in is the media. So if you want to upload new pictures, stuff like that, the posts, and then the pages, which is right here. So here we can add new pages. Or if I click on pages, this will list all the pages on our website here. And then if I click on them, I can go into edit, quick edits, basically your SEO tags, stuff like that. I can go to edit, which will take me to that page where I can edit it. Or like I said, a real simple way to make sure you're editing the right page and you're where you want to be is just by navigating right to our website and then, clicking on a blog post or, whatever, clicking on the page that you want, and then you can go into edit. Like, for example, this weddings page, if I wanted to go in here, I can click on edit page right here, and then that pulls up the content on this page. One thing about it is if you publish it, there's some code in here and stuff like that. Don't mess with any of that. When you click update, it's going to actually update the page. So you can't go back to what it was before. So be careful with the things you're editing, like the slider. This is all code that's put in there. The text is very easy to edit, pretty straightforward. But, there's some things you're probably not going to want to mess with in here unless we want to have someone redo it. For blog posts, I think it's a great idea for you to post your blogs, results from senior scrambles, tournaments, outings, anything like that. It's great information, fresh content that our viewers want to see and look at. So where that blog information will come from is all over our website, actually. If they click on blog, every new post that you make will start to be listed here by how recent they are. So, and then what we can also do is create categories. So maybe one's tournament results. I've got a couple categories, what's new, golf, and blog just created here. I can click on edit, and that'll take me over to that blog post where I can actually, edit the content, add pictures, edit the text, really simple stuff here. If we want to add a new post, maybe we got a new post here. So I click on add new under posts. This is under blog posts, not pages, right? Completely different thing here. Blog posts are really what you're going to be publishing. Like I said, tournament results, anything going on at the course you want to talk about and publish right to our website. This is also good information to post on our Facebook page with a link back to our blog. So if you create a blog post, you can write a little snippet, whatever, just a little description of what it's about, and then a link back to the blog post. So let's just say tournament results. And then I'm just going to put I'm just using this as an example. So this automatically it added basically our link here. This is the link to get to the blog post. Again, you can just add media to add pictures. One thing about you want to notice over here to the right hand side, as soon as we click publish, this is going to be published to our website, so it's going to show up on the blog page over here. So as soon as you click publish, it's going to show up right here as well. So it'll show up right up top here. It will also show up on every page of the website under the golf blog. So when you publish stuff to the website, it's going to be all over. So try to proofread it or whatever. Be sure it looks decent, not too amateur. But over here to the right-hand side, there's categories. So here I've got blog, golf, leagues, tournaments, what's new. So here you can even add new categories. I'm sure there's a lot of them I'm missing here. So tournament results could be one. I've got tournaments here, so that may fall into that. If you feel like there's a category that's better fit, add a new category. You can also check more than one category. So, and how that works is when somebody goes over to our category, so like it says this entry was posted in blog, golf, what's new, it'll be tagged in that category. So for example, if I click on tournaments, that may be results, that may be upcoming events, that may be a handful of different things. If I click on golf, that could be just about everything that we ever post. But you tag which category you want them in, so it actually assigns it to that. So when someone clicks on that category, they'll see all the posts that fall within that category. Another important note here is this: if you scroll down, you'll see a featured image. So at the bottom here, a blog is always going to look better. A post will get more attention and look better if we assign a featured image. So if you put an image actually into the post, for example, into the actual post itself right here and click Add Media, go ahead and click Set Featured Image and add that same picture right in over there. So what it'll do is it will, just going to select this, click Set Featured Image, it'll add that picture over to the side, and then I'm going to just post this into blog. I'm going to delete it back out. I'll show you how to do that too. But for example, I could have just typed up the results, took a picture of the score sheet or the tournament winners, whatever you want. I think tournament winners would be great. Score sheet's good. So here we go. It went ahead and added the featured image, which is extremely large here and looks really bad there. So a smaller image would be better. We may have to resize them a bit. But regardless, it adds the image in here. And then what you can do is if you go over to blog, we should see. So here you see upcoming tournament results. This is the post I just made, was added to the top. If we go to our home page, new website. Okay, so our blog is also over here. Let's go, if we go to read more here, that should. See, back to our blog page. I thought that actually this should be updating our content with the most recent blog posts. So I'm going to have to ask the developers about that. Any of our new posts should be going over here into this feed in the right-hand column. I'm going to check on a setting once I'm done with this video. I'll also ask the developers how that works, because all of our most recent news should be advertised over in the blog side, but it's also on the blog page. If you make a mistake or whatever, you can simply click edit, go in here, change it, make sure it looks good. If you know, whatever, you want to garbage it and get rid of it, over here next to update is move to trash. So I can just click on that move to trash. And that didn't work. Let's try clicking on our post here. For some reason that moved to trash. Okay, I don't know. It said that there was an error here, but here it is. If I click on trash up here, this tournament results went in there, so I could even delete it permanently. Not quite sure why it said there was an error, but it worked. And then if I click back on the blog, you'll see now that that post, the sample post I made there, is no longer there. So I clicked move to trash. It said error, but it moved to trash. So I don't know why it gave me that error, but it worked. Then you can delete it permanently, or you can restore if you want it back up there. If you click on publish, these are the blog posts that you currently got and that are posted to the website. So that is a short and sweet little tutorial on how you update posts, how you update the web pages. Really, it's all a matter of just getting in there, clicking publish on any like major page changes, and then just look at the page to make sure it looks okay. So here you can list the tournaments and the schedule and everything under there, but really just get in there and test it out and get your feet wet with it. So let me know if you have any questions. See ya.